The next question in the C++ Python HackerRank series is for loop. Here in this question they have introduced us to a for loop concept. So we'll just first look at sample input. So here in the case of sample input they have taken the input of two numbers which here they have called it as A and B. So we'll now look at the output format. So here they have told us that integer n in the inclusive interval of A and B. Okay, so at first they have told us that each integer n in the inclusive interval of A and B. So what does it exactly means? It means that here in the case the 8 and 11 are the input numbers which they have given, as you can see over here. So here the 8 will be A and 11 will be B. So we have to consider the numbers 8, 9, 10 and 11. Okay, including this 8 and 11, we have to include the numbers between them also. And down over here they have told us that the n should be greater than equal to 1 and smaller than equal to 9, and then only we have to print the English representation of it in a lowercase. Suppose there is the digit 1, then what we have to print? We have to print its spelling in a lowercase. Here for 2 we have to print 2 spelling in a lowercase. And also if n is greater than 9 and the number is even, then we have to print even. If n is greater than 9 and the number is odd, then we have to print odd. Okay, so we'll now take a look at sample output. Here, as I have said, the first number will be 8, and as 8 is smaller than 9, then we have to print its English representation in lowercase. So we have printed 8, and after 8 the number which we are going to consider is this 9. So as 9 is smaller than or equal to 9, then we have to print its English representation in the lowercase. So we have printed 9. After 9 we have to consider this 10. As 10 is greater than 9, then we have, and also it is even number, so we have to print even. And at last we are going to consider this 11, and this 11 is an odd number, so we are going to print it odd. So that's it for this explanation. We'll move ahead to code. I have already written a code and explained you line by line. What we have done, we have first declared two variables, and down we have initialized n is equal to 0. We will be using this n further in our program. And down I have taken a string. The name of string is int map and the size of string is 9, and inside that I have stored these numbers. These are the numbers 1, 2. I have stored them and I can access them with the help of index. So now what I have taken input of these two numbers by using cin, and now I will be using if else block. So the first condition will be if both this A and B are smaller than 9, then what we have to do? We just have to include all the numbers. So this condition is it starts from A, which is this 8. It will start from 8 to B. So here the B is 11. So it will take all numbers starting from 8 to 11, and they are going to print int map, and they are going to print their appropriate English representation in lowercase. And after that we have used else if, and inside that the condition which we have used is the same which we have got in our sample input. We have got 8 and 11. As 8 is smaller than 9, 11 is greater than 9, then we are coming inside this loop and we are going to execute this for loop. So here the for loop, the first starting digit will be 8, and starting from 8 to 9 we are going to print this lower English representation case, and thereafter we are going to check for 10 onwards, 10 and 11. If they are even, then we are going to print even, and if they are odd, then we are going to print odd. And the last case which we have used here in this code is else. Inside that we are checking again if these both conditions will not get executed, then and then only this else condition will get executed. That is, if If all the numbers are greater than 9, that is both A and B number are greater than 9, then this case will be executed. And then we have to just check whether they have even, then we have to print even. If they are odd, then we have to print odd. And at last we have to return it 0 as the return type of the function is int. So that's it for this question. I hope you have understood it. If you have any query, let me know it in comment section given below. And also thank you guys for watching this video. The solution for all other questions included in this series are available on my channel.